thoughts on what you'll do when sudden wealth syndrome hits from producer paradigm.
I can answer
Yeah,
that.
you want to take that?
2 chicks at the same time.
I'll tell you what I do, man.
I tell you what,
Two
hey,
chicks at the same
Peter,
time.
I don't care who you
Oh,
are.
it's a
That's a
great one.
funny line.
It's a Office Space
Um,
reference. If you haven't seen Office Space, please go watch it today. So good.
oh my gosh, yeah. So thoughts on what you'll do when sudden wealth syndrome hits. I can tell you that it's not what I will do, it's what I've already done. And that is, it's incredibly important today, regardless of your economic status. That's a thing. I hate the word status, but whatever, we'll call a spade a spade. You need to become financially literate, because if you wait until you have a pile of Benjamins in your bank account, you're going to screw it up, because you've had something, there's something sitting there you've never had. You've always had these dreams. I want a Lambo. I want a jet. I want all this type of stuff. And if you look at the history of lottery winners, what do those people do? They piss it all away. And oftentimes they turn, $100,000 into $1 million of debt, and then they go bankrupt because they can't feed that animal. So becoming financially literate before you become wealthy is an absolute must. So I'm a huge Dave Ramsey guy. I know people have different opinions on him, and I don't necessarily believe in his moral beliefs and some of the things he does, but his teachings I think are fantastic. He's part of the reason why my wife and I are debt free, 100% debt free. We've paid off our house. Like, we don't owe anybody anything. And
Congrats.
people will argue with that. Well, that's stupid. You can borrow at this amount and you can invest and earn more and all this type of stuff. But here's one thing that I'll share. If you're listening to the stream and that thought just went through your mind, you cannot put a price on risk. And as long as you have a loan, whether it's your house, your car, or whatever, there is risk. And you say, oh, well, I got a job and it pays this much. Well, I can tell you that I live in a nice area. A lot of people have nice houses, nice cars. And when the pandemic hit, a black swan event, and they weren't able to work for 6 months, there was a incredible amount of stress and anxiety in some of my friends, some of my close friends, even family, that live by debt. My wife and I, man, we were grilling out. We were having the time of our lives, because it doesn't matter. I could work at McDonald's and cover my taxes, So you can't put a price on risk. You can't put a value.
I'd say peace of mind too. That's what came to me when
you can't
like
put
my own house. Yeah, I'm at, if I'm doing rental houses, real estate, other things like that. Yeah, it's smart to take out debt. But your own house, peace of mind. You want peace of mind on that.
Yep. So the sudden wealth question is, prepare today to be successful tomorrow. Chance favors the prepared. One of my favorite quotes of all time. It actually comes from a Steven Seagal movie, but I love it. Chance favors the prepared. If you're prepared today and you're laying the bedrock foundation for success tomorrow, then when the sudden wealth comes, you won't screw it up. You'll know how to manage your money. So look into some things. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That book changed my life. Flat out changed my life. Dave Ramsey taught me how to be financially literate and pay off debt and stuff like that. So producer paradigm, I'm not sure I answered your question, but I would challenge you to start preparing today on how to be financially literate so you don't screw up tomorrow. But RHMax, let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I think you covered it pretty well. And as far as I would just say the framing of the question of what do you do when sudden wealth syndrome hits, I thought about this as well. I think everyone investing in richer products has thought, wow, well, first of all, you believe it's possible. Possible is different than happening, but it's possible. And then second of all, you think, what am I going to do? Like, am I going to, get completely new friends? Am I like, I need not that you're going to like shake them all off and just never talk to them again because they're not as rich as you, but like you're going to have less in common with the people that you interact with day to day. I read something the other day. Is your friends are going to change over your lifetime. You just need to accept it. And that kind of scared me for a minute because I like my friends. I feel like I have good friends. I have good relationships with them. I've already had a few that have moved away, and I don't get to see as much anymore, and that makes me a little sad. And I think, wow, I don't want to keep hemorrhaging friends. I want more people to move closer instead of moving away. And now if my economic status changes, are, you know, are they going to be jealous? Are they going to, you know, am I going to be able to, am I going to change in a way that's, they look at me differently in a, not in a negative way, just because they can't keep up, or they can't relate to me, or they can't, you know, we go on vacation somewhere very expensive and they can't go, and oh, what if I offer to help? Now I'm going to offend them. All these crazy things. So I would just reframe the question of, you know, what will you do when it hits? And I would say, instead of worrying about that, make it happen first. It's kind of what Naval says about, you know, you want to be happy? Well, let's get you rich first. Let's get you rich first, and then you worry about being happy. So I would take that and adapt it a little bit and say, hey, worry about doing it first. And then in the meantime, you got plenty of time. PulseChain hasn't even launched yet. You know, in the meantime, figure out how to set yourself up where it won't hit so hard. You won't be a lottery winner. It won't just happen one day.